What's up, Twitter? That's a pretty clear video. Out here, beautiful sunset tonight. Seeing it paint the clouds like orange is so beautiful when you can get outside. Just love nature, love getting outside, going for walks and whatnot. Anyway, while I'm out here, I figured, all right, I haven't done a video, so in case I don't get a chance, I want to do a training later tonight with my whiteboard so I can teach you guys how to get consistent customers on a hopefully a daily basis, if not a weekly basis, and get paid through multiple streams. I really want to help set you guys up for 2019 to have the most prosperous year of your life, to be wealthy, to get on that track to creating success financially in your life, because it's just a must. You got to have money to do stuff in this world, and you can help so many more people when you're helped. Hey, what's going on, Rebecca? Thanks for joining. Sweetheart, thank you for joining. Just get a little exercise in. I was going to talk about some things that have been on my mind to help change for any man out there that wants to change, become a better, different version of yourself. This is what's happening for me. So for me, I'm trying to become a better man, a better person. And for the longest time, I've done personal development, audio, reading books, courses, just learning all the time, constantly. Never really got my mind out of that for too long. Maybe a day or two here or there. But I think there comes a time in your life when you need to shut a lot of stuff off, and you need to turn what you don't want to turn on, which I think is silence. I think that's so important, is being able to sit alone with yourself, walk alone, and actually try to be present is a challenge. I don't think a lot of people are as, like, obviously, we're all trying our best. Like, I get that. And, there's a time and place for everything, but I think we need to get better at being present. And it brings, like, I notice when basically for me the last several days since Sunday now, I've had no caffeine, no coffee, and no TV. I don't even own a TV. No personal development other than like reading some quotes, like other than reading a bit, no auditory personal development, and no music. So I've shut all that stuff out that I think for the longest time, like, it fuels you, it gets you going, it gives you knowledge, but sometimes you get to a point where, I don't know how to say it, knowledge is not enough. It's not that it fails you, because it's essential. Like, it's essential to be knowledgeable in relationships. It's essential to be whatever, to have knowledge about your craft. That's what I'm not saying don't learn, but I'm saying maybe at one point you need to get off the grid a bit and get into more silence and solitude, so you can actually learn who you really are. I think develop a better relationship with your true essence, with God or your higher self, which is like the essence of, God or the universe, that part within you that's divine. So, and you can't do that as easily. Oh, appreciate that. Thank you so much. You can't do that without, yeah, sure, I can send you some prayers. That's another thing, is prayer. I mean, you can't get in touch with yourself, which is getting really in touch with God, or the source, whatever you believe, some kind of higher power. I think it's essential. I'm not trying to say you got to be this, but hey, if I would suggest between atheism and a higher power, I'm always going to say it's better to have a higher power. So anyway, that's what's been going on for me. It's a change for sure, and it's tricky, but and cut out sugar too. I've tried to cut out sugar as much as I can. Just try to eat clean and really eat a clean diet is important as well. So I think those things will help us change into who we need to become, because then we can hear better, and not so much like with our ears, but like with our hear with our soul, if that makes sense. You can, know the path better to get on. And then, eventually you can incorporate those things back into your life if you so choose it. But I just know for me personally, I feel like I'm always moving too fast, and I know myself enough that this is probably the perfect prescription, if you want to call it that, to get to know myself and my relationship with God better is just spending more time in silence. I remember I studied Steve Jobs through this course on productivity, and I remember his quote was saying, "We are more proud of the things that we don't do than the things that we do." So it's tough to not do certain things. It's harder. To me, I think it's harder for most people to not consume sugar, to put down the pop, to put away the liquor, to not smoke, to not hit the snooze button, to not drink the coffee, to not have too much caffeine, or to not turn on the radio, or to not flip the station, or to not always have something. It doesn't even matter. Sometimes I've listened to way too much audio, personal development. I think you really need it depends, what stage you're going through in your life, but I think you might need 30 to 60 minutes a day max. It depends. You can do way more, but if you're not really taking it in, it's kind of useless. I guess unless your unconscious picks it up. But what I'm saying is let's be more mindful of how we're living, not just day to day, but moment to moment, minute to minute, second to second. And I think you bring a lot more potency to your life, not only to other people, but to yourself, your daily routine, doing the boring, monotonous things like washing the dishes, eating food, showering, dressing, sitting down, working at a laptop indoors, by yourself, or those are things that can get boring after a long time. And you got to try to look at things in a different way. And anyway, I think it's good for change to bring in silence, to cut out so much noise and distraction of the world and the material world, and just try to find that inner place of solitude within yourself, in tranquility, and still be focused. You can still hustle, you can still work, you can still go fast, but you're just bringing more of yourself to every second. And I think that's what's key in everything, is being present and taking in what is now while we work for a better tomorrow. So I don't know, let me know if these tips helped you guys. I'm not sure, but I think it's definitely helping me, and I plan on doing this. No coffee, no caffeine, no sugar, candy, sweets, no music, as long as I can. Till Christmas is the goal, before I, enjoy myself and not worry about if I'm listening to music but in the meantime, I really want to take this time to get to know myself and get to understand God and just life better. And I think from there, that's a good point for how you can change. So how do you sustain that? I think you sustain it by getting back to the fundamentals that we've lost as humans, is, get enough sleep every night, sleep 8 hours, not less, sleep around 7-8 hours every night, maybe more, and eat good food, eat clean food, make sure you get enough spaghetti, carbs, protein, eggs, oatmeal. I drink tea without caffeine. And I don't know, just be attached to your purpose. Why you're doing it is going to fuel you. So I'm going to leave it there. Maybe I'll even do a training later, but appreciate everybody who's gotten on and watched. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out. And as always, stay motivated.